That's where she is today. And I told her I was going to take my parents with me to Blanchard County. And she said, well, you're already kind of baby-faced. Won't they think you're a little too young to run for office? And I said, no, I think it'll be okay. So we're going around the room, and Suzanne Staff, the chairwoman up there, is having all the candidates introduce themselves and say, tell their name and what they're running for. And so a couple people up kind of in the front of the courtroom introduce themselves, and then there's a gentleman running for county commission that's sitting on the front row of the gallery of the courtroom, introduces himself. And then the next person would be me, and I'm sitting next to my parents, and my mom stands up. I'm thinking, what in the world is she doing? Has she run for governor? Didn't tell me. I don't know. So she stands up and says, hi, I'm Marilyn. I'm Teddy's mom. Thinking, oh no. Okay. So she sits down, and then my dad stands up. He's back there with the camera taking pictures. But he says, I'm Ted Jr. That's Ted the Third. There used to be four of us, but one of us, my grandfather, one of us has died, and then sits back down. I'm thinking, my goodness, what are they doing? So we're all kind of feeling our way through this. But I really appreciate the opportunity to be here and speak to y'all today. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm from Ray County. I'm from Dayton. I grew up there. Lived there almost all my life, except for a short stint in Chattanooga. And graduated from Ray County High School. Went to college at the Tennessee Tech University in Cookeville. Went to law school at the University of Tennessee, and then went to private practice for a couple of years, year and a half. And then since 2013, I've been an assistant public defender down in Chattanooga. A lot of crime in Chattanooga. A lot of very busy court system in Chattanooga. It's like drinking from a fire hose. I handle about 1,000 cases a year down there. And during that time, I really enjoyed the ability that I get to go to work every day and stand up for the Constitution and stand up for individual liberty. And that's really the core of what the Republican Party is about, and that's why I'm running for public defender, is that what a special position to occupy, what a special position to exist, to get to go to work every day and fight for the Constitution. Now, more broadly, that's why I think it's important that we put Republicans in office, is because Republicans understand just how special our country is, that we have such an emphasis on individual rights, on individual liberty, on the individual as being the core around which society is built. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people in this country that have lost sight of that. You look, there's one thing that Democrats have historically done much better than Republicans, and that's organize. You can't put somebody in the White House who is senile and a doddering old man without organizing. And if the key to taking that office back, to taking Congress back, is putting Republicans in office everywhere, from Washington, D.C. to right here in Alabama. And let me ask you a question. Who among us thinks, we watch these horrors going on TV right now, as we sit here, of this war in Ukraine, the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Who among us genuinely thinks that would be happening right now if Donald Trump was still president of the United States? No. It wouldn't be happening. It wouldn't be happening. Because Donald Trump understands that the world is safest when America is leading the world. I think Republicans understand that the world is safest when Americans are leading the world. And that's not the ideology of the modern left. The ideology of the modern left revolves around relativism. That, well, there's nothing that makes our society special. We're no better than any other country. In fact, we're worse. That's not the way Republicans see the world. We know that America is special. We know that God has given us this gift of liberty. We recognize that. And we understand that is the way society should work. When you look around, you can watch it playing out in real time. The next time somebody on the left tells you that infants' lives aren't worth protecting, that abortion is okay, show them these images of babies being born in the Ukrainian subway system while bombs are falling overhead. Say, go ask a Ukrainian if helpless life is worth protecting. The next time someone on the left tells you that the Second Amendment is outdated, that firearms would be useless against a modern army, go show them images of Ukrainians passing out rifles. Say, go ask a Ukrainian if the Second Amendment matters, if firearms ownership matters, if the individual matters. The next time you're told that individual liberty must yield to the interests of our society, go tell them to ask the Ukrainians who are right now fighting tooth and nail to maintain their independence, to maintain their liberty. Republicans understand how the world works. Republicans understand that liberty is worth fighting for, is worth maintaining. And for that reason, it is important that every office, everywhere you look on that map, that we have good, conservative Republican candidates holding every one of those. I believe myself to be one of those candidates. I wake up every day trying to figure out how I can best serve my community and best protect the Constitution. And because of that, I'd ask for your support in May.